Hello everybody and welcome back to Resident Evil HD. Last video, Jill had a couple of very near misses and we got our armor key. So we're going to be unlocking a bunch of doors in the mansion with our newfound key, and I also plan on unlocking the final door that we need to unlock with our sword key. We can destroy that for good once that's done. And we're also going to go and find our closet and use our closet key. So that way we can change Jill's outfit later on in the game if we want to. So let's get cracking. We still have lots and lots of doors in this mansion to open up. So starting on the western side of the mansion, we can now unlock this door at the end of the hall, which we weren't able to do before, and this is going to give us access to an entirely new hallway. And the good news is that with our armor key, we can actually get into every single door that's in this hallway, so we have a ton of possibilities. Now, most of these doors I'm not going to go into right now because I don't have the appropriate item for it, but we will start taking a look and unlocking some of these doors. This door at the end of the hallway is a puzzle. We need the chemical for that. Now we have the chemical and we can solve that at any time that we want, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really need to. We can do that whenever we feel like it. There's a side door here, and this room is essentially just full of goodies. There is no key items or anything in here, so you can completely skip this room if you want to. So if you're doing a speed run or something like that, then you can completely skip this room without missing out on anything too important. The only thing of interest here is the Keeper's Diary, so this is the Keeper's room. May 9th, I played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating. Scumbag. That scumbag Steve, I tell ya. May 10th, one of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw it a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before it actually started eating. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up, scared the shit out of me, too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there had been an accident in a basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep, even on holiday. May 12th. I've been wearing the damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw them. May 13th. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last couple days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. May 16th, rumors going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? That's pretty gross. Fever gone but itchy. Today hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy Scott. Came ugly face so killed him. Tasty. Itchy, tasty. Itchy, tasty is one of the more memorable sort of memos in this game. So that's kind of an interesting diary entry. Just a little bit of what's going on with some of these people in the mansion. Now, I burned up the zombie on the floor when I came in because if you don't, he will come back to life when his friend over here jumps out of the closet. So we're going to go around that zombie and leave. There's not really any point in me killing that zombie because we never have to go back into that room. I collected all of the items, read the diary, and so it would be a complete waste. we're done with that hallway for now, and if we unlock the door at the end, you'll see that we're back in our hallway near the dining room. This door can also be unlocked using the armor key, but we don't have the required puzzle items to go in there yet, so I'm going to ignore that for now. And this room is our final door, which requires the sword key. So now that we've unlocked every single door in the mansion that requires the sword key, we can throw it away. So it no longer is going to take up any space in our inventory or item box, which is really quite nice. A side note is that if you don't unlock this door now, it's not a big deal because we're going to be coming here much later in the game, and you can actually unlock this door from this side. So it's completely up to you what you want to do with that door, if you want to worry about it now or later. There's nothing really all that important in this room. The only two things in here are a dagger and some handgun bullets, so you know, you can come back here later, because as you can see here, there is an elevator that isn't powered up at the moment. But, you know, just figured I would go ahead and grab those couple of things. But you do get to see this cool cutscene if you come down here now, in which a zombie tries to ambush you. But, you know, he's pretty slow, so again, we can just go around this guy. Not really any point in wasting bullets on him either. Okay. Now that that is done, I think we will go back to the dining room, back to the main hall, and then from there we can use our closet key. And that is going to clear up quite a bit of space in our inventory. That'll clear up 2 slots for us. And that's good because we are going to be picking up some more items shortly. So the closet is a little bit of a hidden sort of secret, I think. It's pretty cleverly disguised, and you may not know about this at first. It took me a little while to figure it out. You can only access the closet if you have beaten the game once. You'll get the closet key on the end of your playthrough, and the closet is hidden behind this painting. So that's kind of neat. It doesn't really even look like a door. It's like a secret broom closet full of costumes. So that's kind of interesting. There's nothing to pick up in here. The only thing that you can do is examine the wardrobe, and you can change your clothes. So here we have a couple of different options for Jill. Stars Jill is what we have now. That's kind of her default costume. And the BSAA Jill also comes with her defaultly. Army Jill was unlocked by completing the game once with Jill, and then we get Casual Jill, which is her outfit from RE3, by completing the game with Jill twice. So we have a couple different options, but I kind of like Stars Jill. I kind of feel like rockin' classical Jill for a little bit longer. We haven't even really been playing the game for very long, so I'm not going to bother switching her outfit right now, but we will do that a little bit later. Now that I have done that, what I want to do is explore up on the second floor here. There's a room by our eastern safe room that I want to unlock that is pretty important at this point in time. So I'm going to come back into this hallway here, and we can see that we have a couple of red doors. This whole area here has barely been explored, so we're going to change that. First thing we're going to do is go into this room on the right in this hallway using our armor key.
Richard! What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Okay. So, Richard was looking a little bit rough there. And now it's going to be up to Jill to go and grab him some serum, which is in the western side safe room. There's some serum on the shelf that we can grab. And believe it or not, this is timed. I'm not sure how much time it gives you. There's sort of an invisible clock. But this is one of the times when knowing your way around the mansion is pretty vital, because if you take too long, Richard will die. So if you're worried about Richard dying, you can make a save before you attempt this or reload an earlier save. But the easiest way to save Richard is to go ahead and unlock as many doors as you can in the mansion in order to create yourself a nice shortcut. And that's kind of why I chose the route that I did when I started this video, because now we can make a straight beeline right through these hallways, right back to the safe room. There's no zombies in the way. I've taken care of all the zombies, and I don't even have to worry about going up and down stairs or anything like that. So we can go back to the safe room really quickly, grab the serum, and then get right back to Richard. So the serum is on the shelf, and once you have it, you want to quickly run back to him. If you don't have your lighter in your inventory at this point in time, I would also really strongly recommend picking that up while you're here, or alternatively, you can pick it up at your other safe room, the one that's a little bit closer to Richard. But I already have it in my inventory. I sort of planned that out, so I didn't have to worry about grabbing it later. Because we are going to need the lighter for a room that's really, really close to Richard, and it saves time if you already have it in your inventory. And Richard, I believe, is part of Bravo team. He was part of the original team that was sent out here to investigate the mansion. And then our team, which I think is Alpha team, was sent out to try and figure out what happened to these guys. So a little bit of hope. At least we know that they've made it to safety, sort of, in the mansion. And that there's a couple of them left, or so we hope. But a giant snake really doesn't sound good. I don't like the sounds of that. On top of everything else we've already seen here, it's like, what else could possibly happen? What else could possibly go wrong?
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot. Hang in there.
Jill, here's my radio. Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
Okay, so we managed to get to Richard in time. That is one nasty, nasty bite, though.
I'm okay. The others...
Whatever bit him really did a number on him. But luckily, Richard is going to live. He's going to survive. So we can kind of breathe a sigh of relief. He can just kind of rest here in this little safe room for now, while we go ahead and explore a little bit more. I think to end things off, I'm just going to go into this room down here. and pick up one of our key items. There's a zombie in this hallway. So I'm gonna kill him. If he'll die. My god, how many bullets do you take, man? Good lord. And then I'm going to burn him up because I don't want him coming back later. So once I took care of that guy, I can come down to this hallway and there's a door. Now once you enter, you'll notice it's pretty dark in here. And this is why you need the lighter, because in order to actually pick up the items in this room, you need to make it light in here. If you try to examine the room a little bit more, Jill will say it's too dark and you won't be able to pick up anything, even though, you know, it's not that dark, really, realistically. She could probably feel her way around. So we're gonna avoid that guy. And we're going to go to the room that he was in. And if we examine the cabinet, we can take the musical score. So that's the key item that we needed in this room. And we'll just take another look around. It doesn't look like we've picked up everything that's here yet. But everything important we've picked up. There's probably just a dagger or some ammo or something that I can pick up in here. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. That's all we really came for. I'm going to leave my friend Mr. Zombie because I don't think I'll ever have to go back into that room now that we have the musical score. And with that, I think I'll go back and hang out with Richard for a little bit here and end things off. I'll probably just continue on from this point in the next video and we'll start unlocking some more doors with our armor key. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.